But first, Attorney General Eric Holder is calling it quits after 6 years as the nation's top law enforcement officer. Now, he will reportedly stay on the job until a successor is named and confirmed. So why is Holder choosing to leave now? Well, joining us is Paige Lavender, politics editor at the Huffington Post, who's been following this story. So, Paige, I've heard, Holder's been sort of hinting here and there at retirement, but now he's confirmed it. What do you think it was that finally made him trip the switch?
Well, he's always said that he had no intention of sticking around until the end of Obama's presidency. Actually, he hinted in an interview with The New Yorker in February that he would go before the end of this year. So an official said yesterday he was adamant about leaving now so that he could get through the process of having his successor confirmed by the Senate, which will take a long time. Right.
And so do we think that it's going to happen before the midterm elections or after the midterm elections? Because a lot of people are saying, you know, there could be a shakeup in the Senate.
Right. It'll probably happen after. These things do take a while. So I don't expect anything to happen in the next few weeks. I mean, the midterms are coming up just in another month.
Well, right. But there must be some people already that we know that Obama was notified before we all found out, and they've already been sort of rolling over a couple of names.
Right. There's no decision that's been made yet, but there have been a few names floated as potential replacements. Solicitor General Don Verrilli is sort of the main person that people think could be the replacement. There are a few names from within the Department of Justice that are being floated around, and then also some people hinted that it might be California Attorney General Kamala Harris or maybe Massachusetts Governor Devil Patrick, but both of them have said that this may be not the right time for them to take that job.
Right. How important do you think it would be for the administration to appoint another minority candidate?
It's a big deal that Eric Holder was the first black person to hold this position. So I don't know that they will appoint another minority candidate, but that would, be very significant if they did.
Right. It's a tough job being Attorney General, and certainly you are the lightning rod for so much controversy. It seemed like Eric Holder had a little bit more to deal with than most.
Right, yeah. I mean, and he was very outspoken on, race issues, and he was a pioneer really for civil rights. He got a lot of criticism for the way he handled Wall Street. So there are a lot of people with mixed feelings and a lot of people that are happy to see him go.
Right. But he's managed to weather the storms. I mean, we talked about some really big ones, such as Fast and Furious. We had Republicans basically saying, well, in 2012, they basically contempt, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a really rough time for Eric Holder. He's really been through the ringer since he's been in this position. But, now the language is that he has done so much for civil rights and for criminal justice reform. I think that's what he's going to want to be remembered by.
Right. And so what does Holder, after he does this, a lot of guys sometimes, it's a rough job and they want to just kind of kick back and relax and spend some family time. But he has said that he's going to remain committed to the civil rights cause.
Definitely. And he hasn't made any official statement about where he might go, but it's widely expected he's going to return to Covington and Burling, which is a law firm he worked at before he was Attorney General.
Mm-hmm. And so what do you think his legacy will be?
Well, like I said, he's really been pushing civil rights, especially lately. He visited Ferguson, Missouri after the shooting of Michael Brown and really tried to make an impact there. And he's actually said that he wants to continue the work there. And I think that's what he's really going to want to be remembered for.
Okay, well, certainly a lot to watch there. So Paige Lavender, Huffington Post politics editor, thanks so much for joining us this morning.